Hey guys, John with Lux here. I'm going to show you how to put on one of our 2011 Plus Charger door handle wraps. This is going to be the driver's side front door. It's going to be the hardest because you have a keyhole to contend with. All of them are going to install exactly the same way though. The first thing we're going to do is make sure we have the correct piece here. We're going to pull it off the backing paper. You can see we do put a piece of transfer paper right here to hold that circular shape. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually align this piece up with this rectangle right here on the button that locks the door. If you see, I just barely get this to line up. I'm not really putting any pressure or applying the vinyl. I'm going to apply it right here where that turn is made. The reason is the last part of the decal to get applied is going to be this top edge. We're going to work this front section first. But now that we have this aligned, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to look through here as best we can, line up that keyhole. I'm not putting much pressure, just a tiny bit, and I'm touching around the perimeter of that hole to make sure that the vinyl is fully covering it. Now we can also look, there's a little notch right here in the corner. It's lining up well with the corner of the door. So I think my alignment is great. Now I am gonna press this down around the circle, lift this back up off, and not really pulling any tension, just keeping the vinyl firm, working it forward. Now look, the alignment is off. This bottom edge is right with the bottom of the decal. That's no good. I'll pull that off. And my goal here is to line up that little corner, the inside of that corner, with the corner of this door handle. So, working again. Now that is much better. So now that we've got that, you can see I'm working any little finger straight down. And now we've got the entire front of the door handle applied. We're gonna apply the top, the bottom, and then work around the sides. So because you have those two little cuts in the corner, it's very easy. Get the bottom lip to apply down. There we go. That's fully applied. Now we want to take care of right here at the button first. You don't wanna work the sides because then you'll end up with a bunch right here. First thing is we wanna make sure that we have good application right around this. See, I got a little bit of a bunch right there, so just lift the vinyl back up, work it down, and now all we have left is this wing sticking up, this wing sticking up, and the sides. So I'm gonna take the squeegee, work the vinyl back. Now I'm kind of coming over to this corner. There we go. Here's where you're gonna need some heat. We're gonna have to help the vinyl fold and conform. We'll go ahead and press this down. Same thing over here. There we go. It's looking really good. Now, I'm using a torch, but of course you don't have to use a torch. You can use a heat gun, you can use a hairdryer. A hairdryer may work if it's a very, very hot one, but because this is just a vinyl, it very well may. I'm working right here to make sure I don't have any creases. Let's just soften the vinyl up a little with the heat. I have a little crease that formed right there, but that actually is okay because we have a repositional vinyl and we're using something quality. This is a 3M Shadow Black. All of our vinyls will have the same characteristic though. If you're very careful, you can pull up right along the edge, just like that. So I don't use too much pressure until I know I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm going to hold the vinyl off, put a little bit of heat there, and that is going to go away. That wrinkle is now gone. With a little bit more heat, it's going to completely disappear. Now we have the vinyl completely applied around the door handle. On the front, same thing right here in the back. Gonna go over the whole handle here. Make sure that all the edges are applied nicely. Want to get in around that rubber button. Press it down with the edge of the squeegee. Make sure you don't have a failure there at any point. One more time around the bottom. And the only other thing to do is to pull this off. Oh, it doesn't look like that edge is perfectly applied. Lift that up a little bit more. Put a little heat right there and press directly in. That's gonna give you that seamless look where now the shadow black wraps in about 2 millimeters and you don't see any visible edges. You're not gonna feel much right here at the bottom of the door. If you do, just make sure that you use maybe the back of your thumbnail or a hard card or squeegee and really apply that down. But you can see here, completely applied around the back edge. And as far as you can see at the top, we don't have any visible color from below, around it. And that looks like a completely wrapped door handle. So that's it. Okay, so I do want to show you how to start applying one of the back door decals because they don't have the button up here on the top for you to align it. So in this particular instance, the things we're going to use for alignment are going to be these two corners. We're going to try to line them right up with the door handle. So to start, I'm just going to put this right there. If you see, I press down onto the handle. You can see it just lines up. And while holding this with my thumb, I'm trying to work the vinyl around where, again, this is right where that corner is. Now with that done, we work the entire face of the vinyl, just like this. We start right here and work our way up. So we're gonna start right on the top center, work our way straight to the back. And do the same around the corners. Oh, I know. That's all there is. You will use some heat so that you can lay these down 100%, but when aligning the back door, use this corner and that corner. The installation is the same as every other handle.